on this computer. The problem was there were 10 professors and 20 students, and a committee of 2 professors and 3 students was to be formed. Find the number of ways in which this can be done. That was the first question. So it was a straightforward. You choose question 1. In how many ways you can form a committee of 2 professors out of 10 professors and 3 students out of 20 students? Simple. You can choose 2 professors out of 10 professors. By 10 choose 2 ways, and you can choose 3 students out of 20 students. By 20 choose 3 ways. This is English into mathematics. 10 choose 2. Yesterday I told you 10 into 9 upon 2 into 1 into 20 into 19 into 18 upon 3 into 2 into 4. This comes out to be equal to 51300. So first question answer is 51,300. Very clear. There is no additional condition. It is direct application of choose notation. The condition second is, in how many of these committees a particular professor is included. So case 2 says you have to take one professor. That professor is always there. Okay, so we have to select one more professor, one present, and you have to select one more, select one. So we have how out of these 10 professors, one professor is already there. Maybe he is head of the department or something like that. So he is the unique professor which is already present in the committee. So we need not have to actually think about him. We think about remaining 9 professors and select one amongst them. It can be done in 9 choose one way.
Yes, sir.
Secondly, you can choose 3 students out of 20 students. So that can be done in 20 choose 3 ways. Okay, so this is going to be equal to 9 on 1 into 20 into 19 18 upon 3 into 2 into 1. This answer is going to be 10,206. So this one professor must be included. So practically there is no way that we should count him. He is there in the team. Okay. Then we are left with 9 professors and we are supposed to select one. Okay. Third thing is, in how many ways this committee can be formed if a particular student is excluded? More simple. Choose 2 professors out of 10, and out of these 20, one student is to be excluded.
So 19.
That means we have 19
Nine.
students. We have 19 students and we are supposed to choose 3 out of them. That is going to be the answer. 10 into 9 upon 2 into 1 into 19 into 18 into 17 upon 3 into 2 into 1. That answer is 43,605.
Yes.
Okay. That is what is the solution of yesterday's problem.
Sir, I had just one doubt regarding the previous one of the previous problems.
How many mixed doubles badminton games? What is problem number?
Sir, it's 12.
12. How many mixed doubles badminton games can be arranged between 5 men and 4 women. Okay. So, let me solve it in. You need 4 players for a game because it's a mixed doubles badminton game. So we need 2 men and 2 women. So if we have 5 men and we are supposed to choose 2 out of 5, it can be done in 5 choose 2 ways and 4 choose 2 ways. But then now we have collected 4 people, men 1, men 2, women 1, women 2. So they are the 4 on the court. Now, if these 4 guys are there on the court, how many matches can they play? M1W1 versus M2W2 or M1W2 versus M2W1. Okay, so the moment we collect 4 people on the court, there are 2 matches possible. So this answer, whatever we will get multiplied by 2, is the total number of games that can be arranged. What is the answer of this? 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1 into 4 into 3 upon 2 into 1. I think that it's 60. 60 into 2 is equal to 120. Right? Array, have you understood this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Chart video. Find the total number of diagonals. In the polygon of 20 sides, find the total number of diagonals in the polygon having 20 sides. So there are 20 sides, that means there are 20 vertices. One vertex is here, another vertex is there, another vertex is there. So out of 20 vertices, I can join vertex number 1, A1, A2, A3. I can start creating a diagonal from A4 this side, A3 this side, and maybe A20. A1, A20 is not diagonal, A1, A2 is not diagonal, A1, A3 is a diagonal. So if we choose one vertex, we can make 17 diagonals. Is that right? Out of, if we choose A1, I can make 17 diagonals like this. Because A1, A2 is not a diagonal, A1, A20 is not a diagonal. So each vertex will give me 20 diagonals, 17 diagonals. But the sides, there are 20 vertices. Each vertex will give me 17. But then there is error because the diagonal A1, A4 that I have counted in this calculation is same as A4, A1. So every diagonal is counted double. Therefore, answer is 107. So we have to be alert while solving this kind of problems. Resume recording. Problem number 14. If 8 parallel lines are intersected, by 5 other parallel lines, find the total number of distinct parallelograms. Which can be formed.
Sir, what does
Get
distinct parallelogram
numerical
mean?
answer, not choose notation.
Sir, what does distinct parallelogram mean?
You can always convert into a smaller problem, solve it, count it, actually explain this problem. It is simple because it is a choose notation problem. For any parallelogram to form, you require 2 lines from the first set of 8 parallel lines and 2 lines from the another set of 5 parallel lines. So we need to choose 2 lines out of 8 and we need to choose 5 lines out of 2 lines out of 5. This is 8 into 7 upon 2 into 1 into 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1. That is 200 and problem number 15. There are 12 points in a plane. Five are collinear. No three other than these 5 are collinear. How many total triangles? Are possible? That is question number 1. Question number 2. How many total lines are present? So if all the 12 points were good in the sense, no 3 of them collinear, then the answer would have been for the first question, 12 points are there. Choose 3, that many triangles will form, total number of triangles. Because if no 3 points are collinear, every time the triangle will form. But unfortunately, there are 5 points which are collinear. Therefore, this answer is not correct. This is too big because unnecessarily we have considered many triangles which will not exist. So if 5 points are collinear, if these 5 points were not collinear, then how many triangles would have produced? They would have produced, if these 5 points were not collinear, they would have produced, you choose 3 triangles which are not available now and hence need to be subtracted from the total that we have counted, which makes it 12 into 11 into 10 upon 6 minus 5 into 4 into 3 upon 6. Answer is 210.
Sir,
Okay.
but if there are 5 means
Okay, part 2 of the problem is how many lines are present. For lines, we need 2 points. Any 2 points will decide a line. And we want those lines to be distinct. Overlapping lines are not counted. They are counted like 1. So 12 choose 2 are the total number of lines if all the points were non-collinear and no 3 of them were collinear. but 5 are collinear. Therefore, if we happen to choose 2 points out of those 5, then they will keep producing the same line. So that much number we have to subtract, but then we have subtracted all the lines produced by those 5 collinear points. Of course, there will exist one line which will take care of all those 5 points, and therefore answer for this is 12 into 11 upon 2 into 1 minus 5 into 4 upon 2 into 1 plus 1, which is equal to 57. Okay. Now, adding this one is the requirement of this problem, which is not the requirement of this problem. And therefore, we have to respect each and every problem differently. There has to be a proper thinking behind every problem. May be same, may be different, but what is same in these two problems? The application of choose notation is same as before, as earlier problem. But then here we are subtracting, then adding one more because we eliminated all of them. So we have to be alert and alive to solve these problems. Start recording. Problem is there are 10 distinct objects. Problem number किती है?
60.
60.
16.
There are 10 distinct objects to be distributed among 60 persons. In how many ways this can be done? Show me whatever answer you get. Don't try to simplify. Again, this is a problem where you require a different thinking. Think first. There are 10 distinct objects and to be distributed in 60 persons. And there is no other restriction. So take one object in your hand. Check. How many ways I can distribute this? 60 ways.
60 ways.
Okay. Then take second object in your hand. In how many ways you can distribute it? 60. And take the third object in your hand. In how many ways you can distribute? 60 ways. And you will realize that this is a simple problem, which is 60 into 60 into 60. How many times?
10 times.
So 10 times.
10 times.
E raised to 10. Is
Sir,
there-
but if in a problem it is not given that means a person can get many objects.
Next problem. Among all permutations, amongst all permutations of the word, SECOND. What is the position? Of the word second? If all words are written in dictionary order. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now see second, we have to find out in dictionary order mean the from A to Z. We have to give priority to those letters. So as far as S is concerned, in this word, all others will come before S. So first place can be occupied in 5 different ways. I mean, we are counting how many words will be before second, SECOND. Okay. First place can be occupied by any of these 5. Then that word will be before SECOND.
Yes.
Yes or no? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yes, sir.
5. First place is occupied by 5 different ways, ECOND. Then we have 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. No, this place can be occupied in 5 different ways, 4 different ways, 3 different ways, 2 different ways. So if a word starts with not S, then these many words will be before the even first word which starts with S. Okay, so that is the first answer. Plus, I mean, or that means we have to add the next. Then now we have assigned S in the first place, and we are thinking about remaining. There are total 6, na? Okay. Now first place is occupied by S, and now second place we want to occupy by E, but before E there are 2 letters which will come in alphabetical order before E. So second place is occupied by 2 different ways. Into now 2 letters are gone out of 6, 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This has to be added. Then now we have what? S and E in place. So we have S in place, we have E in place. Now we are left with 4 letters. Okay. C, if I want to put C, and now the letters which are remaining are O and D. All O and D will come after C. So
Yes, sir.
immediately I can put C here, right? And then C is over. O, we want O here, but N and D will come before O. So 2 A's. So we are done with 4 letters, 2 into 1. So we have got the word now SECO. Okay, now 2 letters are remaining, N and D. So D will come before N. 1. Is that correct? So these will be different letters, permutations, which will appear before SECOND, and then SECOND will come. That is the place. So how much is this before? I think it is 653 if you add all of them, 653. Therefore, position of SECOND is 654. You want me to do these calculations?
No, sir.
हाँ 4 12
Sir, by the same concept, I have a different method.
Recording off. Different method.
wait, let others digest this solution, write them down in their notebook, then we will discuss alternate. Okay,
Recording off.
recording off. Let me calculate for others also. 12 ने 24 ने 48 48 4 1. 8 आणि 5 33 चा 1 5 6 done. Okay, 653 and hence the position is 654. Okay, next problem is what is the position of the word first if all the permutations are written in dictionary order. Okay, last problem amongst these. Among 10 speakers, in how many ways can these 10 speakers give their speech? If question 1, A precedes B. Question 2, B must speak between A and C. Okay, question is complete.
Sir, does precede mean directly behind or
No,
anywhere behind?
no. After. I mean, there could be few more in between, no problem. Moving on, you can solve this problem in couple of ways. Number one is you can fix the of A. Suppose A speaks first. Then in how many ways remaining people will speak so that A precedes B will happen? Because definitely it will happen. If A speaks first, A precedes B will happen. So how many ways? Then suppose A does not speak first, B also does not speak first, somebody else speaks first, and then A speaks second. Then in how many ways we can do it? You can find out, add to that. A speaks third, then in how many ways you can do it? Add to that. That is one way of solving little longer. The smart method of solving this problem is by symmetry. By symmetry. There are total 10 speakers. There are total 10 speakers. And if they are supposed to be arranged amongst themselves, 10 speakers will get permuted amongst themselves in 10 factorial way. Correct? And 50% of the time A will be before B and remaining 50% of the time B will be before A. There is a symmetry. There is no third case available. So either A will precede B or A will be followed by B. Total possible permutations 10 factorial divided by 2 is the answer.
I did not understand this.
You did not understand? Okay. Let us do it for a small case. Suppose there are 3 speakers, A, B, C. That is one way that they can speak. A, C, B. Another way. B, A, C.
Sir, but A should precede B, right?
I am just listing all possible ways. Okay. C, A, B, C, B, A. So all possible ways. 3 speakers, 3 factorial. Total 6 ways we got. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Let us now find out in how many cases A before B, A before B, A before B, A before B. Exactly half. Remaining half,
Yes, sir.
B before A, B before A, B before A. If it happens in this small case, it will happen in this big case also.
Yes.
Because either A will be before B or B will be before A, and they are equally likely. Therefore, 50% of the chance A will be before B and 50% B. So this is altogether a different thought. Has nothing to do except this 10 factorial, which is earlier one which we have discussed. This is completely new way of solving a problem.
Sir, but
Identifying the symmetry of the problem. And if we want to solve the second one now, then again, can you explore the symmetry? 10 factorial is the total number of ways, out of which, now what should we divide with? Should be the denominator.
Sir, I understood symmetry.
How much should be the denominator? Total number of ways is 6 factorial. You can permute all of them. How much? This is too big because either B will be between A and C, or A will be between B and C, or C will be between A and B. And then again, ABC, CBA, they are two different things. So ABC, CBA, oh, I mean, these are the 6 different ways it will happen, right?
Yes, sir.
The 6 different ways it will happen, but we are okay with this and we are okay with this. So out of 6 different ways, we are okay with 2. So the factor of 3 will come in denominator. बघा समजतंय का?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
You understand this or not, you check. Logic is all possible ways and you have to divide it by 6 because there are 6 different ways ABCs will be speaking in order, but out of which 2 are acceptable to us, and hence divided by 6 multiplied by 2 is going to be the answer. Hence 10 factorial divided by 3 is the answer for second case.
Question
19. Problem number 19. There are 10 people in the party.
Sir, I was disconnected. This is a new problem.
Yes, we have started just now we have started with new problem. There are 10 people in the party. You need to buy 10 ice creams out of 4 flavors. You need to buy 10 ice creams out of 4 flavors. There are 10 people in the party. You are sent to the ice cream shop and you are asked to buy 10 ice creams. But in the ice cream shop, there are only 4 flavors. In how many ways? You can buy. Is the question clear? You are sent to the ice cream shop where only 4 flavors and infinite supply. No problem. If you want all 10 ice creams of one flavor, they are available. In all the 4 flavors. In how many ways you can bring 10 ice creams home?